Good evening. I'm Julian Voscott with Maheen Goja at Albany High School for tonight's final between the Albany Cougars and the St. Patrick St. Vincent Bruins in the TCAL tournament. This year, Albany has given St. Vincent St. Patrick trouble, but the problem is this is their toughest opponent. If they win tonight, they will have a share of the league championship and improve their seeding in next week's NCS tournament.
That's right, Julian. Both the Cougars and the Bruins had very easy wins in the semifinals, leading us here tonight for a very exciting game.
It will be exciting indeed. Albany versus St. Patrick St. Vincent in volleyball after a word from our sponsors. Good evening and welcome back to the TCAL Volleyball Finals with the Albany Cougars against the St. Patrick St. Vincent's Bruins this evening. I'm Julian Voscott with Maheen Goja in Albany, California. Tonight, the real competition begins. Albany has come off a relatively easy wins from El Cerrito and St. Mary's, while St. Patrick St. Vincent of Vallejo has beat Salesian and St. Joseph's in 3 easy sets on October 30th and November 1st, respectively.
St. Patrick St. Vincent is definitely on the same level as Albany. The Cougars will usually finish a match in 3 sets, but this year in the regular season, it took 5 sets of struggle to inevitably beat the Bruins. The Cougars went 10-0 in the league, while the Bruins went 8-2 in the league.
Both teams are extremely competitive. In fact, many Albany team members have claimed that their toughest opponent is St. Patrick St. Vincent, making this game that much more exciting. And the game is scheduled to begin in approximately 35 seconds.
You know, I'm very excited for this game, Julian. I'm glad to see some real competition.
It should be a great game, a competitive game. It seems like Albany has been playing some of the lower level teams, such as El Cerrito, St. Mary's, and St. Mary's this season. This is the TCAL championship game, the final. As you can see, St. Patrick St. Vincent leaving the court from practicing. Albany preparing.
So the winners of this game will get a higher seeding in the NCS.
And that, of course, is next week. Once again, the opponents and the location time, that's all to be determined. We're definitely looking forward this evening to seeing how Kyra Holt, the senior,
the power broker.
Yeah, the power broker plays tonight. I mean, I was watching her practice earlier, and those spikes are, they are incredible. Very powerful, hence the name, of course. One of the assistants this evening, referees. There we have a shot of the Albany women's volleyball team. Number 14, Mia Jaregu there.
Seth Goldman, their manager, is talking them up, getting them ready.
Getting them fired up because that's what they need tonight. That's what they need to take this win against St. Patrick St. Vincent, which we all know is a very competitive team. The only team that would seem to have given them any trouble. Quite a crowd turned out this evening.
A lot of St. Patrick St. Vincent people are here, which is very good.
It is the championship game this evening, hence why they would be here. Normally, the fans of the opposing team would not be here except for maybe a couple loyal fans. But and as the evening goes on, more of the Albany fans will come.
So on another note, today's broadcast is brought to you by Contra Costa County Office of Education Regional Occupational Program, a career training program created for high school students and adult learners.
Once again, we're here at the TCAL final, the championships. Albany last week played El Cerrito and won in 3 easy sets. And of course also played St. Mary's and once again won in 3 easy sets. There's a live shot of the Albany Cougars women's volleyball team along with Seth Davidson in the huddle, getting fired up for this evening's game. They need the enthusiasm this evening, as most teams would. They have it there, they have the enthusiasm, and they have the skill. They have what it takes, and so does St. Patrick St. Vincent. They also have what it takes. It takes, like I've said before, it takes the enthusiasm and it takes the skill. You can have one, but in order to be an excellent team, like both of these teams have been, you need both.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Well, this evening's lineup, and of course, includes number 12, Kyra Holt, running out there in the center.
A lot of excitement's in the air tonight.
Followed by number 3, Brooke Tannehill, Anu Munkter, Mia Jaregi, Amber Erhan, and Shannon Riggio Curley. There they are in the huddle. Even the injured players are in the huddle. Jasmine Asaya, who reportedly has a concussion.
It's really good to show their team love and support. This is a very important game for them.
It is indeed a very important game. It will affect their NCS seeding next week.
So on the court today for Albany, we have number 14, Mia Jaregi, number 5, Shannon Riggio Curley, number 3, Brooke Tannehill,
Number 8, Anu Munkter.
number 12, Kyra Holt.
The power broker. Now, I'm just telling you guys tonight, watch her with those spikes, watch her with those serves.
And lastly, number 2, Christine Miller. For St. Patrick's on the court, we have number 13, Paige Reed. She's the captain. Number 5, Julia Christner. Number 14, Denise Larion, Number 10, Malia Bolko. Number 6, Erin Marini. And number 1, Brianna Chapito, who's also the captain.
The first serve done by the Bruins, number 5, Julie Kuster. And that is an out-of-bounds ball. Point for the Bruins. Nevertheless, Albany is still fired up. Right over the net by Brooke Tannehill. And over. Point.
And another point.
Point the Bruins.
Their crowd is very excited.
Brought up by Brooke Tannehill. An attempted spike by Mia Jaregi, number 14.
Great save by Kyra.
A net violation there on Albany's part. 3-0, the Bruins. Once again, a serve by number 5. (4-0) Bruins. I have to say, to my surprise, Albany is getting off to a rather negative start here, but they can still bring it back. Out of bounds. 5-0 Bruins. This is usually we see, Albany basically dominating the court, against teams St. Mary's, the Gauchos of El Cerrito, Encinal, but tonight they really have their competition made for them.
This is indeed going to be a very interesting game.
And a point for Albany.
The score is now 5-1.
The serve by Albany, number 2. Number 2, Christine Modesto Miller. 6-1 Bruins in the lead.
Hopefully this rough lead will help motivate the Albany Cougars.
And number 10 from the Bruins dived next to our broadcast booth. That just shows just how, motivated and determined these young women are to win this game.
The score is now 6-2.
And that was a spike by number 5.
Shannon Reggio-Curley.
6-3. Albany is coming back, even though we're still talking single-digit points here. This game, like I said, could mean a lot. Number 3, Brooke Tannehill with the serve. An attempted spike by Kara Holt. A block by Shannon Reggio-Curley, but results in a net violation. Point the Bruins.
Number 1, Brianna Chapito up to serve for St. Patrick St. Vincent.
Over the net. Out of bounds. Point. Excuse me.
That was another point for Albany. The score is now 4-7. St. Patrick's is in the lead.
Net violation once again. Point the Bruins.
16-5.
And a substitution. In for number 5, number 16.
Teresa Broderick. That was a point for Albany.
Brought up. Point. Point Albany. 8-6. Bruins still in the lead. I think a lot of fans this evening had very high expectations for Albany, and since they had seen those games, against El Cerrito and St. Mary's, they believed that the Cougars could basically take anybody. But tonight, that mantra is challenged.
We're used to winning so easily, not playing very challenging teams. So this is quite a shock for our viewers and audience.
I mean, in terms of league statistics, the Cougars were 10-0. And we're in a tie, 8-8. The Cougars are coming back. Served by number 5, Shannon Reggio-Curley across the net. Brought up by number 6. Point, Albany. Albany is in the lead with 9-8.
So on the floor for Albany, we have number 8, Anu Munkter. Number 12, Kyra Halt. Number 2, Christine Miller. And number 10, Amber Arahan.
They're really putting up quite a fight at this point. Anu Munkter trying to save the ball. It's quite a fight right now. A block by Kyra Holt, Amber Arahan, and Shannon Ridgeo
The crowd
Curley.
is very excited. There's so much energy in the air.
We're at 10-8, Albany in the lead. Timeout.
You know, this is going to be a very intense game, Julian.
Oh yeah, you can already tell that, this is going to be an intense game.
They're already fighting for points.
Albany came back. We're at 10-8. Timeout in the first game here. And, they are, I'd almost say they're evens in terms of their, level of skill. Like I said, everyone saw Albany, the Cougars, play El Cerrito and St. Mary's and, saw them basically dominate them, cater them. And I think now people were expecting that from the Cougars, and I don't think we're going to see that tonight. We could see a win, but, I think the Bruins are going to give them a run for their money.
Very close. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Clearcom, a global manufacturer of communication systems. We want to thank Rome Rosenblum and Clearcom Intercom Systems of Alameda for their generous mentoring and technical support. That was Clearcom.
In fact, an attempted block there. Point the Bruins. We are at 10-9. Albany's still in the lead. Number 13 on the Bruins up to serve.
Wow, a great block by number 16 on St. Patrick St. Vincent. Point goes to Albany.
11-9. Albany in the lead. St. Patrick St. Vincent coach there in the lower left-hand corner is getting quite excited. I wouldn't say in a good way, but, that's what coaches
Very
have
passionate.
to do. Coaches are there to yell at the team. That's what drives them. And Roger Worsley of the Cougars does the same. Kyra Holt, number 12, with the serve.
She plans on playing volleyball in college, potentially at Washington State University.
She is called the power broker, and like I said, for good reason.
She told us before the toughest opponent is St. Patrick's, and that's who we're playing tonight.
And, we'll see.
She was right, clearly.
Yes. Right up by Brooke Tannehill. Right across the net by Brooke Tannehill, number 3, junior. And that was a point for St. Vincent. 11-12, Albany still in the lead here in the first game. Here at Albany High School. More fans are slowly but surely turning up for Albany. You know the loyal fans when you start broadcasting these games.
Yeah, you get to see
You
all
get
the
to see
familiar
them.
faces. It's very true.
Amber Arahan, number 10, with the serve. They're putting up a struggle.
They really are.
Oh, yeah, they're point for the Bruins. 13-12, Albany still in the lead.
They just switched out number 16 for number 5 on St. Patrick's side. Number 5 is up to
As they
serve.
did before, yep. Yep.
So I hope you remember, Julian, that the last time we played this team, it went to 5 sets. I wonder if that's the case tonight.
If it were to do that again, I wouldn't be surprised. They are giving them a run for their money.
The score is now tied at 13 to 13. And those out. Point for Albany.
It is tied 13-13 in the first game. They are really putting up a fight. I mean, you know, we have not seen a team tied with Albany in a long time. Not since the last game with the Bruins, I believe. Net violation. (14-14) tied once again.
This is such a close game, Julian.
It really is.
Number 10, St. Vincent side, ready to serve.
St. Patrick, St. Vincent in the lead. 15-14. Number 10 with the serve. Putting up a fight once again. And they brought it back. Anu Muncher saves it. Brought over the net by Shannon Riggio-Curley. Brooke Tannehill ready to block, and that's a point for Albany.
Block. Number 14, Mia Jareggi, is in the top 5 in the TCAL for blocking. She definitely plans on playing volleyball after high school and knows some players at St. Patrick's. So I wonder who she knows on the court right now.
Interesting fact there, and the statistic about the blocks, we can definitely, we just saw that. She has the height, and that's, I think, what it requires to do, to make these blocks. A little bit of booing there from the Albany side.
This is great. Brooke Tannehill up to serve, number 3 for Albany. For Albany, the score is now 17-16 in Albany's favor. Our crowd is finally getting bigger and is very excited.
There's a shot of Mia Jareggi, Shannon Riggio-Curley, and Kyra Holt. Ready to block, of course. And Anu Muncher saves it there. Brought over the net by Kyra Holt. An attempted spike by number 13, and that is a successful spike. We can tell the enthusiasm from the Bruins over here. Quite an enthusiastic team.
The score is tied again at 17-17.
Who hit the shot that almost killed Anu? A spike by Kyra Holt.
The power broker.
Barely in the court. They're almost out of bounds. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a phenomenal example of why they call her the power broker.
She puts so much passion into every spike. You can just tell by looking.
I was talking to her. She says she has no other hobbies. Volleyball is it for her. Volleyball is basically her life. And it shows
And it
off with
shows,
good
it
reason.
definitely shows. The score is still tied at 18-18. We have number 6 on St. Patrick's side ready to serve.
Albany, point Albany. 19-18, Albany in the lead. Amber Erhahan with that spike.
Shannon Reggio Curley is up to serve. That's number 5 for Albany. That went right into the net, so another point for Albany.
Net violation on the Bruins' part.
The score is now 20-18 in Albany's favor.
Here we have a shot with the GoPro. One of our favorite cameras here, as you can get a good shot there of the net, of the court, and of the plays.
The GoPro, in case you didn't know, is attached to the net.
Point for the Bruins there. And the Bruins are 1 point behind from tying with the Cougars. Like we said, this is a razor close game. They are giving them a run for their money. Number 13 serving. A new Munkter brings it up. Kyra Holt, and
A point for Albany.
point for Albany by Kyra Holt.
Kyra's up to serve.
Brooke Tannehill there waiting to block it. Never made it across the net.
And another point for Albany. The score is 22-19. We're in the lead.
I have a strong feeling Albany is going to win this game, but you never know.
I really think we might go to 5 sets tonight.
Oh, with no doubt, with no doubt. And if it wouldn't be surprising if they do. Point Albany. 23-19. We're 1 point points away from winning the game.
Kyra's up to serve again. And a timeout from the Bruins.
Timeout called by the Bruins. Looks like the coach wants to reconvene, rethink these strategies that were used
They're getting
used
their
previously.
water, trying to rejuvenate.
This could be their last one of their last chances to win this first game.
They really are giving Albany a run for their money. They're putting up a great fight.
Once again, we are at the TCAL Championship, where whoever wins this game will have a good seed in the NCS tournament next week. 20 seconds left in the timeout. Each team going through strategies, through plays, and of course rehydrating. The crowd has definitely gotten bigger. Some loyal fans, of course, from the senior class, the junior class, all classes for that matter.
There's a Go Kyra sign I see in the crowd.
Not surprised. Held by Angelina Sosa, Jr.
On the floor we have number 3, Brooke Tannehill.
Kyra Holt up to serve.
Number 2, we have Christine Legasto Miller. We also have number 11. And another team for Albany. A point, 24-19. We are 1 point away from winning this set.
Two for 17.
24-20, Albany in the lead. Albany, of course, getting fired up here.
That was number 2, Katrina Martin from St. Vincent, St. Patrick's.
And a ball attempted to be saved out of bounds. And the Cougars have just won game 1 of this championship game against the Bruins. We'll see what happens in the second game.
The score was 25-20 in that first game. It was very close.
Razor close. Razor competitive there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Thank you. Spilled my coffee. Yeah. And we're back. The Cougars have won game 1 of the TCAL championship final.
The score was 25-0 in Albany's favor. The crowd has grown.
Kyra Holt, as normal, displayed some excellent performance.
There's a sign in the crowd from St. Vincent Signs. It says, "Go number 2, #cat." That's for Katrina Martin.
Hence, #cat.
We have a sign in the floor too. It says, "Go Kyra."
Not surprising. We do have speculation that Anu Munkter is not injured, but perhaps, well, yes, injured.
A little wounded.
From the first game, she was rubbing her face. It did not look good. She did display some excellent performance this evening in the first game, and we'll see how she goes in the second game. If the coach will sub her out or how that will work is to be determined. We shall see. If the Cougars win this evening, or the Bruins for that matter, it will affect their seed in the NCS tournament next week.
Which will determine where their games will be held, whether they'll be at home or away.
And of course their opponents.
Either way, both teams, I'm pretty sure, are going to NCS. So I'm sure they'll have a match against each other again.
Yes, and there was the shot of the girl holding the Go Kyra sign, because she is Albany's premier player, the number 1 player on the team. 57 seconds to go before game 2 starts. The crowd has grown significantly from the beginning of the first game. Like we said, loyal fans out here. Even the principal, Ted Barone, is in the stands. The principal of Albany High School here. If Ted Barone is here, you know it's a good game. You know it's a good game. Ted Barone is known for his enthusiasm in high school sports and getting the crowd really fired up.
Speaking of high school sports, did you know tennis recently won league championships with Allison Chuang winning second in leagues, April Go and Talia Brown winning first in doubles, and Jenny Wu and Maya Delaney winning third in doubles. Now the women's tennis team qualifies for the NCS tournament on November 6th and 8th.
Jenny Wu, one of our own here at Student Broadcasting, our statistics producer. And the lineup right now for Game 2, the starting lineup for Game 2, includes number 14, Mia Jaregi, number 5, Shannon Riggio-Curley, number 3, Brooke Tannehill, number 10, Amber Erhahan,
number 12, Kyra Halt,
number 8, Anu Munkter,
and number 2, Christine Miller.
I don't think Anu will be playing in the second game. Her eyes seem to be irritating her. She has eye drops there. The game should be beginning
Number
in a
13
few
on
seconds.
St. Patrick's team is fixing her hair, ready to go. She's making sure it doesn't come apart.
Very
It's
important.
very intense out there. You never know what will happen.
It's like preparing for battle, because this is battle, really. You know, I don't want to sound cliche, but these two teams haven't made for themselves, and they are equals. But we shall see who comes out victorious this evening.
One thing's for sure, this will be a very exciting game.
Whether it be the 10-0 Cougars or the 8-2 Bruins. The serve by Christine Miller. Saved by Kyra Holt. Point, Bruins.
Number 5 on the Bruins side is up to serve. And a spike by Mia Jareggi.
And the crowd goes wild. We're 1-1 tied.
In the second game.
Brooke Tannehill with the serve. Roger Worsley, the head coach of the Cougars, pacing the floor. Coach Worsley yelling at the team.
Some yelling will motivate.
There is a lot of tension right now, and you can see that in both the coaches' faces.
There's a lot of pressure in the air.
There is, because this affects MCS. Saved by New Munkter. A spike by number 14, Mia Jareggi.
Mia Jareggi is on fire. She's doing great tonight.
She is the tallest player on the team, having a height of 6'2". That height definitely helps her with blocks.
Brooke Tannehill, number 3, up to serve again.
That ball was out of bounds. Point Albany.
The score is now 4-1.
You can hear the voices of Jack Johnson and Carl Jacobs as they try to fire up the crowd. For the Albany side, of course. Point Albany.
The crowd is going crazy.
5-1 Albany in the lead. Albany may, in fact, finish this in 3 sets. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I mean, we're at 4 points.
I don't doubt the St. Patrick-St. Vincent team, though. They're putting up such a great fight.
We're not questioning their skill at all. Point for the Bruins there.
The score is now 5-2.
Violation.
Number 10 on the Bruins up to serve.
Point Bruins once again. Number 2, Christine Legaster-Miller. An attempted spike on number 5, Shannon Ridger-Curley. Right over the net. Saved by Brooke Tannehill.
Great save by Brooke Tannehill.
Attempted spike by Kyra Holt. Right over the net. Brooke Tannehill. And that's a point for Albany by Kyra Holt there. Just barely crossing the net, but nonetheless it's over the net, so that's a point for Albany.
Amber Arahan was just put in.
In place of Mia Jaregi. A block by Kyra Holt and Amber Arahan along with Shannon Riggio Curley. Point for Albany, 7-3.
Anu is up to serve.
A block once again by, I'd like to call them the dream team. Shannon Riggio Curley, Kyra Holt, and Amber Arahan there with the block. Mia Jaregi should be included in that dream team as well because they are the best blockers the Cougars have seen this season.
They really have it down. The score is now 7-4.
Point Albany.
By the power broker, doing what she does best.
The power broker. There's a good reason why they call her that. I mean, honestly, she has the power. The broker part, well, you, the viewer, can figure that out.
Shannon Riggio Curley, number 5, up to serve.
The crowd rooting on Albany.
As we get another point, the score is 9-4.
I have a good feeling they're going to take this second game.
It looks that way, Julian. Anu just disposed of a Band-Aid on the side of the court. Wow, another point for Albany.
10-4, Albany in the lead by 6 points.
The crowd is so pumped up.
This could be a victorious night for Albany. And, they always say there is that home court advantage. I definitely believe that's true, and as a clear example is tonight. An attempted spike by Kyra Holt, but number 10 on the Bruins blocks it. Brought across another new Munster, brings it up.
Set up by...
Spike by Kyra Holt. (11-4), a timeout called by and there's some Carl Jacobs leading the cheers this evening on the Albany side. One of the more spirited fans there, Carl Jacobs, along with Jack Johnson and the better part of the junior class. Who would you say one of the most spirited fans is, in Albany as a whole?
I would definitely give it to Carl Jacobs or Jack Johnson. They really are loud, or maybe it's their distinct voices.
Carl does have a tendency to get very enthusiastic and perhaps a bit aggressive sometimes, but that's Carl Jacobs for you. I'm sure at a certain time in this year you will see him on camera.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by GoPro, makers of small, wearable action sports cameras that go anywhere and attach to everything. The new HD Hero 2 also has a live preview out, allowing us to switch beautiful HD video from backstops, backboards, goalposts, and more. The GoPro HD Hero 2, making heroes out of Albany students since 2012.
And there we have an example of a GoPro shot, one of our favorite shots here on Albany Student Broadcasting.
It's attached to the net, so you can see a great view from either side. It's very action-packed.
Yep. Number 11, Poon Palmo, a freshman, in for number 5, Shannon Riggio Curley. And we're ready. The first serve by number 6 on the Bruins, and they're off. Brooke Tannehill brings it across the net, only to be a spike.
By number 13 on St. Patrick, St. Vincent.
The score is 11-6. The Bruins are coming back. Albany still has a 5-point lead, however. Once again, the serve by number 6. A spike by Kyra Holt that hits number 10 in the head.
Ouch.
Yes, I would be scared for my life if Kyra Holt would have hit me on the head with one of her spikes.
Kyra is up to serve.
Point for St. Patrick St. Vincent there. They're still down 5 as Albany is 12 in the lead.
Number 13, Paige Reed on St. Vincent's side to serve. Another point for St. Vincent. The score is now 8-12.
Kyra Holt brings it across the net, only to be brought up by number 6. Returned by number 10. Anu Munkter brings it back. Number 2, Christine Legaspi Miller, and Brooke Tannehill brings it across the net. That's a point by Brooke Tannehill, number 3 for the Cougars. Mia Jaregi is back in the game.
Substituting for Anu.
An ace there by Albany. Excuse me.
The Bruins.
That was not an ace. Number 2 serving there. Kyra Holt brings it up. Mia Jaregi attempts to spike it, but it makes it across the net. Number 11, Poon Palmo. Mia Jaregi.
And that's a point for Albany. Or for the Bruins, excuse me.
Yeah, that was an out-of-bounds ball.
The score is 13-10.
The Bruins are catching up. Still 12 points short, Albany is, to win the second game. Point Albany, 14-10, Albany in the lead.
That was a point by Mia Jaregi, number 14.
The Bruins are still 15 points short of winning this game. They'll have to make up those points if they want to win.
On the floor for Albany, we have number 2, Christine Miller, number 12, Kyra Hall, number 8, Anu Munkter, number 5, Shannon Riggio-Curley, number 3, Brooke Tannehill, and number 14, Mia Jaregi.
Right now on the court for St. Pat's, number 2, Katrina Martin, number 6, Erin Marini, number 5, Julia Kistner, number 14, Denise Larion, and number 13, Paige Reed, their captain.
That was number 5, Julia Christner.
Point Albany, 14-11 Albany in the lead. From your view, Albany there on the left side of the court, the Bruins on the right side. Point Bruins for an out-of-bounds ball. 15-12. Albany still in the lead. The Bruins are 3 points short from tying with them, and 13 points short from winning the second game here. It is 7:45 p.m. here in Albany in the second game of the TCAL Championship Final. Point for the Bruins. They're catching up. They're giving them a run for their money.
On other Albany High sports news, last night's football game was the second win for Albany for the season.
There we go, Cougars in football.
Albany beat John Sweat by 25-16, and it couldn't have been a better way to end the season.
You know, I'm sorry for interrupting you there, but Albany football is notorious for not winning. They won their final 2 games of the regular season, however. That just shows how driven and how motivated they are.
Yeah, it was very great, especially for the seniors. It was a great way to end their high school career as athletes.
Yes, much agreed. Some seniors on the male football team include Jirin Paningbaton, JP, Michael Rabin, Jack Robinson, some of the varsity players, the more famous ones that kind of lead the team there. The crowd goes wild for Kyra.
Another point for Albany. The score is 17-14. It's very close, although Albany's in the lead. Shannon Reggio Curley up to serve, number 5 for Albany. That was out of bounds. Another point for Albany. Point for St. Vincent.
Right side. Roll the line, right side. Left side. 11 for 5, left side.
Number 6 up to serve on the Bruins. Point by the Bruins. A failed block by Amber Herman in front of the net. Albany still in the lead with a score of 18-16.
Number 6, Erin Morini up to serve for St. Patrick St. Vincent. Set by Christine, over the net by Kyra.
And the crowd goes wild on the Bruins side there. Serve on number 6. Out of bounds ball by Kyra Holt.
The score is now tied 18-18. It is indeed very close.
The Bruins are coming back.
For the second game.
And the fact that they're coming back, I'm really not surprised by. They are a motivated team. And
They're very motivated.
Yeah.
Both teams are.
Point Albany, however, 19-18. 6 points short of winning this second game. And if they win this game and the following game, they have won the TCAL championship final.
That was a point
Ball
for
out of
Albany.
bounds.
Score is 20-18. Kyra Holt up to serve.
Out of bounds ball, point for the Bruins. 2019 Albany still in the lead. They're 1 point short of being tied with them once again. And the Bruins are 6 points short from winning this second game. Point for the Bruins.
An attempt to block it by Noon. The score is now tied 20-20.
Brooke Tannehill brings it across the net there, only to be returned by number 10. And that's the point. That was a spike by number 10.
The Bruins are going wild, the fans.
That spike by Malia Bolko, number 10 on the Bruins. And the Bruins are in the lead, 4 points short of winning this second game, 20-21. Let's see if the Cougars can bring it back. And they can, 21-21, tied.
This game is neck and neck.
It is. There's a lot of tension.
In the crowd, we have Emma, who used to be on the team, who graduated last year.
A former player on varsity. point
For the Bruins.
for the Bruins, 21-22. They're 3 points short of winning the second game, while Albany's 4 points short. Not far behind the Cougars, though. Let's see if they can bring it back in this next serve here. Kyra Holt brings it back. Britannia Hill brings it across the net. Anu Munkter saves it. Kyra Holt spikes it.
Saved by number 2 on the Bruins.
They're putting up a fight. They're putting up a fight. Number 10 brings it across the net. Anu Munkter saves it. Number 2, Christine, and Britannia Hill brings it across the net once again. An attempted spike. Number 10 brings it across the net for Albany.
And it was out. Point for Albany.
That ball was out of bounds. Point for
Score
Albany.
is 22-22.
5 for 11.
Crazy play there by both teams. They were on fire. Number 2, Christine Legusto Miller up to serve. And there's the serve. Out of bounds. Point Bruins. The Bruins are 2 points short of winning the second game. Albany is 3 points short. We'll have to see what happens in this next serve. You can feel the tension, right,
You
Maheen?
really
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Out of bounds ball.
The score is now tied, 23-23.
Both teams 2 points short of winning this second game here in the TCAL Championship Final.
Hello. Testing. 1, 2.
That ball was out of bounds. 24-23. The Bruins in the lead. They're only 1 point short of winning the second game. This isn't even the deciding game, and I'm still getting really, excited about this.
The crowd's wild. The Bruins are chanting and stomping.
Timeout was called by the Bruins. Each team reconvening, re-strategizing for the final 2 points of the game. Final 2 points for the Cougars, final point for the Bruins. Game.
Coach Worsley talking to Albany High Cougars. They're ready to come back in. There's 17 seconds left of the timeout. Some strategic planning on both sides.
These are the determining moments for the second game, for the fate of the Bruins or the Cougars in the second game. With Tannehill, Kyra Holt spikes it. Point for the Cougars. They are tied 24-24.
Next point gets the game.
Both teams are 1 point short of winning. This TCAL Championship final. Second game for that. Timeout called by the Bruins. Once again, each team reconvening in a huddle, re-strategizing.
Both the coaches are in deep talk. I think they're talking about how to get the next point and win it. People in the stands for the Bruins are stomping and clapping. This is very exciting.
30 seconds left in this timeout. Each team needs to win by 2. Needs to gain 2 points to win the second game. A new Munkter, number 8, up to serve. Hopefully those eye problems that she appeared to be having earlier does not affect the accuracy and quality of the serve.
Yeah, I would definitely
And it
hope.
doesn't. Kyra Holt spikes it. 25 to 24 in this second game. Need one more point, and then they have won the second game.
Attempt to block it by number 2. That gives another point to the Bruins. It's tied at 25-25. One more point, and whoever gets it wins the game. It really could go either way at this point.
It could, it really could, and this set right here will determine it. Come on. This is a really tense moment right now.
Point
Out
to
of-
Albany. It
out
was
of bounds.
out of bounds.
And they have won the second game. Thank you.
Wow,
Thanks to
that
Kyra
was
Holt.
Great. Our crowd is very excited. There's people standing in the crowds waving their flags.
Albany has won the second game. Now, if they can win the third game, they have won the TCAL championship. We will be right back. Coming up, the third game. And welcome back. We just finished the second game where Albany left victorious. Now, to get a sideline perspective of what has just happened, let's go to Tyler Caldwell on the floor. Tyler?
Well, Julian, I'm on the floor right now, and let me tell you, the excitement is amazing. The determination of both teams is just off the wall. This match is really intense right now. Albany only needing one more set to take the championship, and it's amazing. The crowd is so loud, and it's such an intense game. It's really enjoyable.
Yes. The crowd has definitely grown. Thank you, Tyler. The third game beginning momentarily.
In 1 minute and 45 seconds, to be exact.
The Albany team, Coach Worsley, re-strategizing there. Some of the injured players there. Isabelle Raquois with a fractured ankle. That fractured ankle was confirmed, however, last week, and we can see it there with the crutches.
There.
Jasmine Asaya also is injured, although I do not believe she's here this evening. She was here earlier on the bench with a concussion.
It's great to see them here and support.
That's dedication for you. That's dedication for you. You know, when injured players come out to really support the team, that's what really makes this team close, and which could inevitably lead them to their win this evening.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by City of Albany KALB 33, supporting community television and providing Albany citizens with broadcasts of local, social, and political events. City of Albany KALB 33. There's 33 seconds left of the timeout, or till the third game.
Yes, waiting here for the third game. If the Cougars win it, they will have a good seed at the NCS tournament. Once again, we are at the TCAL Championship Final with the St. Patrick St. Vincent Bruins against the Albany Cougars here in Albany, California at Albany High School. The third game is about to begin. The starting lineup for the Cougars
are Mia Jareggi, number 14, number 10, Amber Erhan, number 3, Brooke Tannehill, number 12, Kyra Halt, number 5, Shannon Reggio Curley, number 2, Christine Miller, and number 3, Brooke Tannehill.
A great starting lineup. One that Coach Worsley likes and usually starts off each game with. And like we said, this is the third game, so if Albany wins this, they have won, and vice versa. If the Bruins win this as well, they will have won the TCAL championship here for 2012.
On the Bruins side, we have number 14, Denise Larion, number 10, Malia Bolko, number 13, Paige Reed, number 17, Michaela Gardner, number 5, Julia Kritzner, and number 6, Erin Morini.
Both teams have come extremely far this season. We can't doubt either one of them. They are both very, very skilled teams, and, we're just waiting now to see who comes out victorious.
If Albany wins this game too, then we won't go into another set, but if the Bruins come in, then we're definitely looking into more sets.
Number 5, ready to serve on the Bruins.
Is Julia Christner.
And there's the serve over the net, brought up by Poon Palmo, brought down by Mia Jareggi, returned by Kyra Holt. Number 6 brings it up, only to be returned by Brooke Tannehill. A block by Brooke Tannehill, Mia Jareggi, and Christine Miller. Brooke brings it over.
Great dig by number 5 on the Bruins,
Number
Julia Christner.
Attempts a spike. Brooke Tannehill in a fight for the ball, returns it to the Bruins. Number 14 blocked by Brooke Tannehill and Mia Jareggi. Kyra Holt brings it across the net. And that is a point for the Bruins. Excuse me, not a point, but they're still going at it. That is quite a rally, and the Bruins.
That is a point for the Bruins.
For a net violation done by Kyra Holt. It's 0-1, Bruins in the lead. Once again, we're here in Game 3 at the TCAL Championship Final with the Bruins versus the Cougars. And we're waiting for the serve. Number 5, Julia Kistner. Hits number 5 in the face.
Mia Jareggi. Julia Christner took it right in the face for that one.
Quite a painful hit there. I'd say I wouldn't want that happening to me. Very painful indeed, but she seems to be fine.
It off.
That's a great sign, great sign. I don't think you'd want that happening to you either, would you?
Definitely not.
Especially not by Kyra Holt, because that'd just kill you. Number 10 brings it over the net. Number 14, Poon Palmo. Number 13 brought over the net by number 10. That's a point for the Bruins. Spiked by number 10. 1-2. Bruins in the lead. Number 10 up for the serve. Number 2, Christine Miller, assists and keeping it out of inbounds. Attempted spike by number 13, but Shannon Reggio Curley and number 14, Mia Jareggi block it, but that is a point for the Bruins nevertheless. As each game progresses, the crowd gets more and more fired up, and you can feel that tension. This game is the deciding moment.
The score is 2-3 in the Bruins' favor. Winter sports are right around the corner. Tryouts for soccer, basketball, and wrestling start November 5th.
Wrestling is one of our strong points, and that is a point for the Bruins.
You know, Jonah Corchin on our very own broadcasting team is a wrestler.
Our producer, yeah. Wrestling, like volleyball, unlike football, is one of our strong sports, headed by Coach Kermit Bankson, who this will be his last year.
He's retiring this year.
Although he claims he's 89, or sometimes he claims he's even 90. There is doubt on that claim, but he has been a dedicated coach and PE teacher here at Albany High School for the past nearly 40 years, I believe, since the 1970s.
Wow, that is a very long time.
Point for the Bruins. 5-3 in this third game of the Bruins versus the Cougars. Number 6 up for the serve. Amber Erhan spiked it, but it was out of bounds. That's a point for the Bruins. 5-3 Albany. Albany is down 50% right now.
6-3 now.
The Bruins save it.
Blocked by Amber Erhan and Shannon.
Point for the Cougars, 4-6. And the fans of the Cougars go wild. Point for Albany, number 1 on the Bruins, failed to return it.
Albany's libero, Poon Palmo, is a freshman, and she may play volleyball after high school. She says our toughest opponent is St. Vincent, and it clearly shows.
Yes, yes. Surprising, you know, it's quite an achievement for a freshman to be on varsity with such a great team here. A great varsity team, so she must have been really skilled there.
Her favorite color is green, and that's St. Vincent's colors. I wonder how that's affecting her.
We are tied 6-6. Once again, an example of that tension and how razor close in talent these teams are.
Shannon is up to serve for Albany.
Point for Albany, 7-6.
No, that was out, so point for the Bruins.
Excuse me,
It's tied 7-7.
Here in the third game. Point. And there is a bit of confusion. That is a point for the Bruins.
There was a red flag called. There's a red flag called. There's a lady approaching the ref. And the point goes to the Bruins. Number 13 on the Bruins, it's up to serve. The score is now 8-7, very close. Point for Albany High Cougars. That was very close.
8-8 in tie now.
Amber barely made it over the net. ball is up to serve.
And it's out of bounds in the stands, into the balcony. Quite a hit there if it makes it all the way up into the balcony there. Caught by our own cameraman, Ori Mouse there. But yeah,
Who threw it down for us.
not the athletic type as far as I know, but he brought the ball back, and it's back in play. We're 9-8, Cougars in the lead. Pardon. Although I do know that Ori is on Albany's mountain biking team, which has a great reputation. I believe they made it to MCS last year.
He's also very good at being a cameraman.
Yes, he is one of our more talented camera operators, engineers / director here at Albany Broadcasting. ASB, Albany Student Broadcasting. Poon Palmo dives the ball there.
Ball goes straight into the net. Nice attempt by Amber Arahan.
10-9, Albany in the lead. The ref calling it 2 for 17 there.
The score is now 10-9. Albany is at 10. Nice attempt by number 6 on the Bruins. There's a shot of Mia Jaregi.
This is Brooke Tannehill, number 3 with Christine Miller, and number 14 there in the shot. Ready to block. And that was an attempted block.
Point to Albany.
Roger Worsley looks, I wouldn't say disappointed, but he looks nervous and worried right now because this is
Pacing back and forth. Very good sign of being nervous. He has the right to be. This is one of the toughest games we've ever played.
I don't believe him. I don't blame him for being nervous. Everyone here is nervous.
And that was another point for Albany.
Bruins fans and Cougars fans alike are nervous this evening.
There's a timeout called.
Timeout called by the Bruins. We are at 13-9. The Cougars are in the lead.
We have the captain on the Bruins, number 13, giving very motivational talk. She's bringing the team together.
They need it this evening. Both the
Great
Bruins
chant
and
by our ALB students.
Carl Jacobs. Connor Davidson, of course, there. Loyal fans on the Cougars side. Let's once again get a sideline perspective of the third game. Tyler Caldwell, let's hear it.
Hey, Julian, I'm still on the sideline, and the commotion is still going. The determination is very high. As you see, this is Albany could win it if they win this last set. They could win the TCAL championships. So the emotions are really high right now for Albany, and they are winning 13-9, as you see. But St. Vincent looks very determined to come back here.
I'd say they're playing well this evening. Wouldn't you say the same?
I definitely say too.
What players in particular have you noticed on the Cougars that have been performing outstandingly this evening?
You know, Julian, I've seen, Kyra Holt, but I've also seen a lot of different players. You know, we've been getting some from Brooke Tannehill and Amber Arahan a lot too.
Of course. And what can you say about the cheers this evening, Carl Jacobs and them?
Carl Jacobs have been definitely leading a great cheer for the team, definitely keeping the spirits high here at Albany for the crowd.
Thank you. We're going to get back to the game. Thank you, Tyler. We are at 13-10. Albany still in the lead.
Number 3 on the Bruins up to serve.
Number 2, Christine Miller up to serve. 14-10 Cougars in the lead. And there's the serve. Brought up by number 10. Number 6 bringing it across the net to be returned by Poon Palmo. Mia Jaregi attempts to spike it, but it is blocked by number 5, but that's a point for Albany, 15-10.
Number 2 up to serve again.
Christine Miller.
That was an easy point for Albany. The score is now 16-10.
10 short of potentially winning this third game and potentially winning this TCAL championship final. Christine Miller once again with the serve. Poon Palmo right alongside her. Out of bounds. Point
To
for
the
the Bruins.
Bruins. The score is now 16-11. Number 10 up to serve. That was a point for the Bruins. The score is 16-12.
The serve by number
Great dig by number 11.
Poon Palmo.
And another point for Albany.
The freshman on varsity, or one of the freshmen on varsity, there are several. They must be very talented. Kyra Holt along with Mia Jaregi and Shannon Riggio Curley there, ready to block it in front of the net there. Brooke Tannehill with the serve. Number 13, a block by number 5, 14-12. Kyra Holt, Mia Jaregi, and Shannon Riggio Curley.
Into the stands.
Point to Albany, 18-12. Albany in the lead. Number 3, Brooke Tannehill once again with the serve. And it's up. And that's a point for Albany. Number 1, the libero on
The Bruins.
the Bruins failed to return that serve by Brooke Tannehill.
The score is now 19-12 in favor of Albany.
On the Bruins, a substitution, 3 for 2. Once again, a serve by Brooke Tannehill. And it's over. Number 5, brings it up. Blocked by the Dream Team there, and the ball is in the crowd. Almost hits Connor Davidson.
That was a point for the Bruins.
Point for the Bruins there.
We're switching number 17 for 3 on the Bruins. Number 1, the libero, is up to serve.
A block by number 6 and number 17 on the Bruins there. Blocked by our own Mia Jaregi, Shannon Riggio Curley, and Kyra Holt. Another block by them.
Another block. They
That-
are the Dream Team.
That Dream Team I like to call there.
That was a point for the Bruins. The score is 19-14. Albany is still in the lead.
Brooke Tannehill saves the ball there, and so does number 5. Number 13 attempts to spike it, and it was a spike by number 13, barely in bounds, almost out of bounds, but nonetheless.
The Bruins are quick to catch up. The score is now 19-15. Only 4 points away.
Number 1, the libero on Bruins serve, and the ball is out of bounds. Another point for the Bruins, 16-19, Albany still in the lead. They're coming up. This could go into a fourth game. I'm not sure. What do you think, Maheen?
You know, it's a definite possibility. This is a very fast-moving game.
Oh, Kyra attempts one of her powers.
That was a net violation, so another point for the Bruins.
Attempts one of her power spikes, but it was a net violation called by the
Bruins
ref.
are only 2 points away from it being a tie.
Everybody's tense right now. They're 1 point away from being tied at this point, 19-18. The Cougars must
They're
come
neck
back
and neck.
if they want to keep.
We need our audience to show their love and support and rile them up.
A timeout called? Well, the crowd has really shown out today. I must say that. I am quite impressed. Coach Horsley giving words of wisdom to the women's volleyball team at this point. I think a lot of people were looking forward to this game very much because they know that these two teams are, I wouldn't hesitate to say, the best in the league.
They are, I agree. This is the championships.
They
These are
both
the
came to the
top
championship.
two.
Yeah, yeah.
Seconds left on the clock. The score is 19-18. With Albany in the lead, we're very close.
In the third game here, waiting for number 1 on the Bruins, the libero serving. Boone Pelmo brings it up. Christine Miller, Kyra Holt, and that's a point
for Albany.
20-18. The Bruins are short 2 before tying with the Cougars.
The Bruins coach telling them to beat the man. Much excitement from the Bruins crowd.
Once again, 1 point short of tying.
They just switched in 16 for 5. The score is 20-19. Number 6 up to serve for the Bruins.
Point for the Bruins, and
Another
we
point for the Bruins.
are
They're
tied.
so excited.
We are tied. This may go into a fourth game.
It's tied at 20-20.
Everyone is really nervous right now. Not just the coaches, not just the players. Everybody.
I know, I changed. That's why I shut up real quick.
Point for
Number 10
Albany.
just missed that block.
21-20 here. Amber Erhan, Kyra Holt there with Christine Miller, number 2.
Number 5, Shannon Reggio Curley is up to serve.
Getting fired up. Fired up. About to win this third game. Out of bounds.
It is now tied 21-21.
They're keeping it close there. They're keeping it close, but the Cougars keep maintaining that front.
It's the third game. This could be the deciding moment of whether we go on to another set or not. And it's very neck to neck. It's so close.
The Cougars are advancing. We're just waiting. The Cougars are advancing, and the Bruins are coming back.
Point for Albany, thanks to Kyra Hall.
22-21. So close right now.
Let's see if the Bruins make a comeback.
Who wins this championship in the TCAL of 2012?
It's really hard to predict, Julian.
It is. We can predict with those teams like El Cerrito and St. Mary's, but we can't predict now. And Kyra got hit in the face there.
With the ball.
Substitution, 2 for 17 on the Bruins. Yeah, that would hurt.
It's okay, she's taking it. Number 2 on the Bruins up to serve.
We're tied 22-22. Portahena brings it across the net. And that's a spike by Amber Erhahan.
The score
23.
is now 23-22. Albany in the lead by 1 point.
This is getting stressful, Maheen. This is getting real stressful
You
real
know,
quick.
I'm ready to bite my nails.
Yeah, me too, and I don't usually do that. Okay.
Great attempt by Amber Erhan, but not close enough.
24-22, Albany in the lead. They're about to take it.
I don't know, Julian. We'll see.
Timeout called by the Bruins.
Both the coaches are giving huge talks. This is a very intense moment for both the Bruins and the Cougars.
Intense moment indeed, Maheen.
The crowd is very silent. Everyone's ready.
This could be, this next
This is the
set
determining factor
could, yes,
to
could
see what happens.
determine the game. Once again, timeout called by the Bruins at the
25 seconds left on the clock.
at the TCAL Championship Final. The St. Patrick St. Vincent Bruins against the Albany High Cougars.
The score is 24-22. Albany in the lead by 2 points.
Whoever comes out victorious this evening, we all know that these two teams are the best in their league, and they have worked extremely hard to get to the place
No
they
matter
are.
the outcome, we know they both tried very hard. They're both so determined.
You can just tell the look in these players' faces that this is it.
They're putting sweat and tears into it.
Point for the Cougars. And
That
Albany
was game.
has won.
Game point,
the-
25-22.
They have won the TCAL Championship Final for 2012. There's
That
the
was
team.
great. Very close game.
Shaking
and we came
hands.
out
Brooke
victorious.
Tannehill in the lead there, followed by Christine Lagasto Miller,
That
Kyra
was a
Holt.
great fight put up by the Bruins. So close. Our crowd is standing up, very excited, showing their support. They're clapping, they're waving. There's so much energy in the air.
So much energy. And they have won the TCAL Championship. Even the injured players are here. Isabel Racqua and Jasmine Asaya, one with a fractured ankle and the other with a concussion, respectively.
This is very exciting for Albany. This means we get a higher seed in NCS. I'm very excited to see what the outcome of that will be, Julian.
Yes, the outcome of that will be very interesting. We shall see. Of course, the Albany fans pouring out tonight, and you know, I think we can say that this game was exciting and that it was a lot of tension, but it was well played, and we know who came out victorious this evening.
You know, it's very exciting all these people came, even though it is a Saturday night.
Well, let's go to Tyler Caldwell on the sideline for a sideline perspective. Tyler, my boy, let's go.
Julian, I'm back here on the sideline, and that last set was really intense, you know.
I know, I feel it. I know what you mean, yeah.
You know, Albany put up an amazing job, but also by the St. Patrick St. Vincent. They did a great job by giving Albany great defense, and that was just an amazing set in the end.
Who do you think played really well this evening on the Cougars' offense?
You know, I think Kyra really showed up tonight, and I think she did a great job. Also, Brooke Tannehill did an amazing job, too, in that game.
Okay. It's, you know, I can just tell that the energy down there on the court is really great. What do you think of the Albany fans, especially this evening?
The Albany fans were amazing tonight. They're amazing. I've got Brooke Tannehill here with me here. Now, Brooke, congratulations on the win. What were some key factors in tonight's game that led to the win?
I think that a key factor was just staying composed. There's a lot of times that St. Pat's came back on us, and we just kept our composure and pushed through.
Now, a lot of times in the interviews we had with you guys, Most of you guys put St. Pat's as your toughest opponent. What were you expecting when you came into the game tonight?
Well, we knew they were ready to play us. After last time's loss and it was close, we knew that they were going all out on this one, and so we were expecting a hard match.
Thank you, Brooke. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Brooke Tannehill, one of the main key players on Albany. Now we have the big power broker, Kyra Holt, with me. Kyra, what does this win do to the seed for you guys in NCS?
It makes us go to the top seed, and we're like the #1 division, but we have to play against other teams that are higher than us. So.
Do you know who you're playing the first round?
No.
Great game tonight. Thank you.
And thank you, Tyler. Any final words there from the sideline?
The Albany fans had a great job tonight cheering on, and expect more when they come to NCS.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler Caldwell there on the floor.
Thank you.
This broadcast wouldn't have been possible this evening if it weren't for our entire team at Albany Student Broadcasting. Our producer tonight was Ned Purdom and Tenzin Dodden. Our director was Caddy Supawit. Our technical director was Liz Critter-Killian. Our engineer in charge is Ori Mose, and our camera operators were Prasang Wangmo, Han Yin, and Elijah Whitney.
That's right, Maheen. Our audio engineers this evening were Josh Glatt and Kefren Gorey. And finally, our statistics and graphics producer were Xian Wong, Jenny Wu, and Jamie Sung. Thank you all for your hard work and your dedication this evening. It went very well.
Finally, our most important thank you goes to you, the viewers, for watching this evening.
And that does it for us here in Albany. I'm Julian Voscott with Maheen Goja and Tyler Caldwell there on the court. On behalf of all of us here at Albany Student Broadcasting, thank you for watching and have a great time.